we've got some exciting news today. So apparently today, or maybe tomorrow by the time you're watching this, Paramount had some kind of virtual press event where they showed off a bunch of details and stuff from the new Transformers movie that they're working on. Unfortunately, I guess they forgot to send me an invite, but you know who did attend this virtual event? Benson Yee, who, for those who don't know, is a huge Transformers fan, longtime supporter and contributor to the brand. His website was one of the first Transformers fan sites around. I fondly remember reading his reviews of upcoming Beast Wars toys and all those crazy Japanese exclusive figures. He's even got to work on Transformers officially with Beast Wars and BotCon and... well, anyways, you guys just care about the news, not my tripping nostalgia. So, Ben was live tweeting this virtual event, and here is everything that we've learned. So, as you may be able to tell from the thumbnail of this video, the title of the next Transformers movie will be Rise of the Beasts, which will feature the Maximals, Predacons, and the Terracons, who are apparently not allied with the Predacons, but are a third faction which are a danger to everyone. The movie was originally supposed to be set in 1994, but I believe in recent news, we now know that it is set in 1992 instead. Why bump it back 2 years? Who knows? Maybe they wanted it to take place 5 years after the Bumblebee movie. So maybe the next one will take place in 1997, the same year that Beast Wars was released. Roughly. Apparently, Terminator 2 is cited as an inspiration for the film. Does that mean the bad guys will turn out to be good? Will we have an awesome chase through a drainage ditch? Some of the film's settings include New York and Machu Picchu. Optimus Prime will be in the movie, and will once again be voiced by the legendary Peter Cullen. Apparently, he will be the main character, and they are going for a G1 Optimus Prime design, much like his Bumblebee design, but somehow even more G1. Bumblebee will be in the movie too, and he will be an off-road version of his classic Camaro design. Kind of disappointing that they didn't go with an off-road Beetle, but Paramount is still wishy-washy about this being a hard reboot of the Transformers film franchise. Mirage will be in the movie, but he won't be a Formula 1 car. Instead, he'll be stealing Jazz's alt mode because he'll be a Porsche 911. I know a couple of friends who will be disappointed about this fact. RC will also be in the movie. According to Ben, she will look like her Energon self and transform into a Ducati 916 motorcycle. And she is far from the only fembot in the film. Nightbird! Yes, that's right, Nightbird will be in this movie too. She transforms into a Nissan GT-R. She'll have sword and blade weapons, and she will be the villain's right-hand bot. Apparently, she switched sides and became a Terracon as well. This is amazing. I never thought we'd have Nightbird in a Transformers movie, especially not after Shatter stole her design. Next up is Scourge, who Ben says will be the leader of the Terracons, and one of the main villains in this movie. He's got giant claws, which reminds me of G1 Scourge, smokestacks on his back, and big pointy shoulder armor and helmet, which reminds me of Robots in Disguise Scourge. And he's very Beast Hunter's Predacon looking, which sounds like Cybertron Scourge. So I cannot wait to see what this Scourge looks like. He sounds really cool. Although a slight update, as Ben later clarified and stated that this Scourge character does indeed look like Cybertron Scourge or Prime Beast Hunter's Predaking. But he does have smokestacks on his back, so maybe he's a triple changer with a truck mode and a dragon mode? That just makes him sound even more awesome. This also has me wondering if this is why we saw Predaking return as one of the new Dinobot Adventures figures. Perhaps they originally wanted to call him Predaking, but since he was the leader of the Terracons, not the Predacons, that would be too confusing. So they went with Scourge instead? The first Beast Wars character we have news of is Airazor! Yes, that's right, another fembot in this movie. I'm so excited! If they announce Black Arachnia 2, I think I'm just going to die. Apparently, Airazor looks more mechanical than she does organic. Supposedly, the Maximals are ancient, having been around for a long time and may have a sort of steampunk look. Our next Maximal is Rhinox, who sounds to be very much like his original self. He'll be the brains and the muscle of the group. And finally, we have Optimus Primal, who apparently looks like the concept art we saw way back for the last night, but with more fur. Primal is the wise fatherly figure who protects his own, which definitely sounds like Big Bot. Unfortunately, that's all the news we have for the actual Transformers in this movie. The rest is just about the humans. But this is tremendously exciting. They did say that they have more to show us, which I hope there is. I mean, they mentioned Terracons, but I don't think they actually named one. Apparently Nightbird and Scourge are both Terracons. So could that mean that we'll be getting a Beast Megatron? Or Waspinator? Or Black Arachnia? However, I am a little wary about how much Paramount doesn't want to let go of the Bay era of Transformers movies. Why can't they just let Bumblebee and Rise of the Beasts be a new reboot? They mentioned how they didn't want this movie to run into the timeline of the previous ones, and how Bumblebee was a much smaller scale movie, but now they're going back to that more large scale of the original Michael Bay movies. Which, for me, is just no. Bumblebee worked because it was small scale, and it worked because it harkened back to the original. Though, to Paramount's credit, from everything I've heard so far, most of the new characters in this movie seem to be faithful to the original. Primal is a wise dad bot. Rhinox is brains and brawn. Nightbird is a ninja lady robot. The only one that sounds a little off is Airazor, but we didn't get much of a description of her other than that she's a girl and that she turns into an older looking bird bot. Which is a little odd, as I always thought of Airazor being on the younger side. Definitely more mature than Cheetor, but not old. Scourge sounds like kind of a new character, but also kind of a fusion of other pre-existing characters. He might have a little bit of Nemesis Prime to him, but he seems to be mostly Predaking with a pinch of Lockdown, because apparently he collects trophies from his enemies and tattoos them on his body. I just hope that this movie turns out as great as the Bumblebee movie did. I know critically it did well, but financially it didn't. Probably because it didn't have as many boob and fart jokes in it, which is apparently what overseas markets love. Although, this new movie does have Rhinox in it, and we already have 3 fembots in it, especially if they announce Black Arachnia. That would be a lot of boobage. But overall, I can't wait to hear more. I can't wait to see a trailer, and come on Paramount, invite me next time. I want to see this stuff firsthand. So, what about you? What did you think of this news of the next Transformers movie, Rise of the Beasts? Are you excited as I am? Let me know down in the comments. Remember to like, share, and do all that other fun stuff. And I'll see you back here again for more Beasties very soon.